Hi guys, I'm Faye, and welcome back to me keeping my shit accountable. We're up to day 25, and today I actually did a bunch of research, mostly by watching shit on YouTube. But hey, that still counts because YouTube is an invaluable resource in today's society. You can learn to do just about anything or learn about just about anywhere with varying degrees of success. Because there are a lot of YouTube channels that I wouldn't recommend checking out. There's some that other people would do great with, but the voices just bore me to tears, which is probably how people feel about this. This isn't for them, this is for me. So, fundages don't change on the day to day, as we say every day. Language, I had a card lined up ready to go, and then I was watching a video by Chris Broad, who's abroad in Japan, who brought up the word Gairaigo, which literally translates into foreign loan words. And it's this great thing where Japan didn't have a word for this, and then people have just used, I don't like the term, but English. So they basically just say the word in English, but put the Japanese accent onto it. So the example that we got taught in school for this was futaboru, which is actually the word for it. So it's not quite the same, but it's the closest connection I can get to it. There are some exceptions to it, of course, like snaku is actually what you call a snack bar, which is a bar that has like nibblies all over the place. Uh, but it's a fun little thing. I like it. We're gonna move on to fitness today. We have hit 11213, which is probably one of the best days for steps that we've done. Definitely the best day for steps we've done since we changed from the Vital bracelet to the Fitbit, because the Fitbit doesn't pick up nearly as much crap. We haven't done any actual exercise outside of that, though about 3,500 steps of that was deliberately just I'm not stopping till I get to my goal, which was 11,000. We have gone to my daughter's dance lesson, which she's in that beginning dance thing for like young kids. Hmm, weird. That they don't really know what's going on too well, and the parents are suggested to join in and try and get them involved. So I got to have some fun with that. Not really like that though. Locations, we've put two new locations to our list. The first one is Hago Shrine, which is a beautiful wilderness shrine, and it's on top of a mountain. It's to get to the top shrine, it's around 2,200 steps from base to top. There is a lovely cafe at about 1,000 steps up that gives a nice view of the entire region because it's a shrine in the middle of the forest. And I don't know how well Mrs. Fay will do with the whole hiking up 1,000 steps to go to the thing, let alone the 2,000 to get to the better view. But hey, we'll float the idea and see how she goes with it. The other place is, uh, let's see how badly I pronounce it. Amoide Yokocho, also known as Piss Alley. Piss Alley is a alley where they've got somewhere around the 60 mark of restaurants and bars, and it's one of those great night scenes, but not just for drinking. And I'm doing this trip partly for culture, a lot of it's for food. So definitely on the list of places I want to go for that. We have nothing new for time. We have nothing new for shit we need to get done. We have a couple of new things for food, mostly in the snack department though. So I watched today the anime man who is Joey Bazinga. He did a video with his partner where they just went through a bunch of different Japanese foods, and I was like, a few of these actually sound interesting. So we're putting taro taro. There is another part to the name, I believe. I could not remember it off the top of my head, and I probably couldn't spell it if I tried. But it is a kind of squid snack where it's essentially small small pieces of squid that have been dehydrated. And I'm a huge fan of squid. That sounds delightful, especially if there's a little bit of like chili, maybe a little lemon on it. Next up is maibo, which is essentially a they're a savory stick with the consistency of a Cheeto. And there's about 40, 50 flavors of it. I want to try as many as I can. But hey, that we'll see how we go for snacks when we get over there. Plus, we can get a lot of snacks imported at this point. And the other thing I have seen at uh, our local Asian market, which is kabutetsu, kabutatsu, uh, satsu, which is the same consistency stuff, but it's seaweed. So it's like little Cheetos covered in seaweed, or seaweed flavor at the very least. But that will do it for tonight. I hope you've enjoyed me rambling for 6 minutes and counting. If you have, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below. I hopefully will be streaming at some point this week. We will be doing either Brutal Legend or Tony Hawk American Wasteland. We are aiming for the classic PS2, Xbox, maybe Xbox 360 games. But yeah, I've been Faye. You've been awesome. I'll see you all next time.